How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and in today's episode we are talking to Lana, and I ain't sure what we're doing. Well, we finished the trial. We are not in court anymore, I think. So now I don't know, I'm doing something. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. And did some steamy things in the office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office probably misses you. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, site of the final SL9 murder. Something fucking the most stupid way occurred to me. Let me show you some evidence. This fucking jar. It's a very characteristic jar, very unstable looking, horrible fucking design. It looks like someone designed it upside down. It looks like garbage. But you know what caught my attention? In that picture where you can see Miles... what's his name? Niels Marshall, the brother of Jake Marshall, who's been killed by Joe Darke in that murder that we just discussed with Lana, where Emma was supposed to be killed, but then Neil saved her life but died in the process. There was a picture shown to us during that trial that we just finished, where you could see Officer Gant, Niels, and Lana standing together. Niels is holding the stupid ass, where is it? This award, except his headlight it was slightly different looking. Maybe because this one's broken. But yeah, his was not broken, so you can see the full, how it's supposed to look like. But behind them on the picture is an unstable jar that's not broken yet, and doesn't have blood splatters on it. And I realized that in the most ridiculous fucking way ever. My video came out on YouTube, and I used that picture as a thumbnail. And I'm looking at the thumbnail, and I'm like, is that a fucking unstable jar in the background of a fucking thumbnail for my video? So if you go in my previous videos and you look at the thumbnail for, I forgot which episode it was. I'm not even sure which episode this is. I don't really keep track of 70 something, I think. 79? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, there's a fucking unstable jar in the background, and it's rather complexing. What does that all mean? Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office. Talk to her about everything. Not sure if I presented her with everything. Oh yeah, I think she like literally wants nothing to fucking say to me. Well, god damn it, I feel like there's one singular thing that she's actually gonna comment on. Just like the last time I fucking talked to Marshall. There was a moment where I talked to Marshall, and every single fucking item I showed him, he wouldn't comment on anything. But there was this one thing, somewhere at the end of my list, that he actually gave me a comment on. So I seriously have to fucking look at every item, because I don't wanna skip or miss out on any important details. Also, I have to record this episode and upload it today because, well, I kind of been really sucking a dick at the whole recording videos lately. I was just busy, and you know what, I'm more and more busy every week. And finding time to record Let's Plays becomes harder and harder for me, so I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe changing the way I record. For example, if I have some time to record, like today, maybe I should go back and how I used to do things and actually record 3 episodes today of this game. I mean, I used to record, like when I started, I would just record like, I don't know, 7 fucking episodes a day. Just like that. But those episodes were sometimes only 10 minutes long, so doesn't mean much. Doesn't mean that I was sitting here for very long just because I recorded 7 episodes in a row. But, then I started doing, well, wasn't doing it on a timer, but I decided that I need to limit how many fucking videos I make, because I made so many videos at one point on this channel. I remember I was recording. It was like the beginning of high school year. I think it was the second year of high school, and I was recording Borderlands the pre-sequel Let's Play, and I was uploading it, and I realized that I have so many fucking videos recorded that I could upload videos for 2 months in advance and not run out of videos, and I could just take a break for 2 months from recording videos. Now, I'm struggling to fucking upload 7 videos a week and keep this up, you know, and it's, I don't know, it's hard to get back in the groove. I was thinking of maybe going back to that whole recording 3 episodes a day, because, well, I would record more videos per week, you know. And, you know what, maybe I'll try today. Maybe today I'll actually sit here and record 3 episodes. I got a drink here, it's a Fanta. I believe it's Fanta and Mirinda are very fucking similar. Don't know why, but it gives me some kind of a... It's like an orange fizzy drink. It's like a more fruity alternative to Coke. Mirinda and Fanta are exactly the same, though my sister claims there's a difference, that Fanta fucking sucks. Maybe that theory about the older you get, the shittier your taste buds get. Which is the reason why old people like to eat a bunch of shit that kids don't like. It's true. She's got these funny things on her shoulders, and today at work, I made those out of sponges, and I put them on my friend, and he had like these... I decked him out in like fucking 4 stars on each shoulder. Looked really silly. Alright, I guess. Back to my office. I talked to Emma about anything? Pretty sure I talked to her. Well, alright, I'm supposed to go to the police office. How about we check out everywhere that isn't closer to the police office? I mean, the chief of police office. The Officer Gant office. No one's here today. Not even Miss Starr. I'm gonna miss Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. Either my house is haunted, or I'm going fucking insane. But we proved in court today that on that day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headways in our case. But instead it looks like we ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Shit. That's a lot of motherfucking pressure. I would have given up. I would be like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go fucking home, eat something, go to sleep, get some rest. You know, now I'm not surprised anymore. Why exactly is Phoenix taking such long fucking breaks in between his cases? You know, like 2 fucking months of not taking cases takes an insanely important case, crucial to the fucking balance of the whole judgment system of this fucking area that they live in, where I'm accusing the fucking chief of police of murder. And I'm supposed to, what, be fucking relaxed and have a nice little fucking nap? This is where the cards keep a lot. You know what? Theory of relativity. That's not even funny, relativity being a German name. Doesn't sound German. If it was like a German borrowed word, that would make much more sense. Can't think of a German borrowed word right now. Did you know that English originates from German? Because when the Germans were trying to... The original Englishmen, you know, the original, like, people who lived on the islands of Great Britain were actually some like German settlers. And from the north came the Scandinavian Vikings and shit. And they're together, their language is kind of combined into English. That's why German sounds like a silly version of English to some people. Because it's the other way around, I guess. Not gonna lie, she said some important stuff, but I don't fucking feel like it, man. This game is not tiring me as much as Danganronpa did, but man, I feel like so much of this shit, especially with Emma just making stupid jokes. It's like, I don't care what she has to say. She tried to climb the fence, fell off, hurt her ass. Funny shit. Yeah, so day at work was kind of funny because all my bosses were gone, so we were all just left to do whatever the fuck we wanted, and it honestly was kind of weird. It's like I couldn't fucking figure out the whole day what to do with myself. It was more fucking tiring than if I actually had some heavy lifting to do all fucking day. Because if I had some heavy lifting to do, I would at least know what I'm doing. Instead, I just kind of fucking went there, helped out a friend, went some other place, helped out someone, did a bunch of shit that wasn't important. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Maybe he's being questioned by the inquiry committee and forgot to lock his office. Took a real beating in the court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. Is every fucking prosecutor office this stupid fucking posh fancy ass bullshit? So we'll just have to. I don't know what the fuck posh means, by the way. I just assumed it means it's a word to describe whatever this office looks like. Guess we'll just have to come back later. And I ain't going back later. I'm gonna fucking look at all this shit. Oh, you know what? We have the blood thing. But fucking, I don't feel like investigating every little bit of blood I fucking find and spraying every single fucking room I can go to with blood. I mean, with fucking spray. Whatever it's called, spray. It's Jake. Howdy, Bambino. Speaking of cowboys, I've been playing Yakuza 8 a lot. And the cowboy class, you know what I noticed overall? That I don't know, I feel like there are classes in Yakuza 7, such as there are classes that are just straight up not as good as some other classes. For example, the Breaker in Yakuza 7 is pretty fucking standard, just kinda has a bunch of attacks that knock people out and shit. Doesn't really do anything all that special. It looks funny, sure. And you know what, in this game, the Breaker class comes back, but it's, again, not all that special. All it has is just a bunch of moves that just knock enemies around. And man, Yakuza 8's combat compared to Yakuza 7's combat is so much more complex. At first I was overwhelmed. I was like, man, which attacks do I fucking do? It's ridiculous, but actually I really fucking like it. Also, I just noticed her glasses kind of make the police look like Pooey. Right? Like P-O-O-E. Pooey. The fuck does that mean, though? Never thought I'd turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Okay, Sarah, you never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambino? Should've known my luck could run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Old Billy? Cactus? Must be the pet cactus. My pet cactus. I was worried about him drying up because he's got some weird spots on it that he didn't have before. I water him once a week because, I don't know, I heard that that's enough. But man, maybe putting him like right in front of my window, so like all the cold wind from the outside might actually get to him. But for fuck's sake, he's a cactus. Should be fucking fine. Those are meant to survive in the harshest fucking weathers ever imagined. I mean, they fucking grow up on deserts, and deserts are known for being insanely hot in the day and insanely cold in the night. So no matter what fucking time of the year it is, or how cold or hot it is outside, my fucking pet cactus, who I named Macactus, should be fine. That's because pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. I'm a one-off character. See you never again. See you in the sequel? Probably not. It'd be fucking hilarious if Marshall came back in the sequel and he just had a completely different fucking personality. Now he would be like a samurai or some shit. And he would be like, oh, I watched a samurai movie, now I'm all about that. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why did you fucking do it? Why the prosecutors head west? Tell me. I don't fucking know, man. If ever there was a case that needed to know the truth about it, was this one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind fucking telling us exactly what the fuck just happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Alright. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. Wasn't just me either, all detectives thought so. What do you mean, fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. Ah, fuck. You know what? This game is fucking long. I'm starting to think, you know what, maybe instead of recording longer episodes, so that's not a bad idea, I just came up with something. What if I, instead of recording... No, that wouldn't fucking change anything. That would just simply make me sit here longer, but I would have the same amount of episodes. I thought, what if I extended my episode's length to 40 minutes? Then that would mean I would be sitting here for only 20 minutes longer. But that wouldn't make much sense, because I would be still sitting here for just as long. I'm gonna try to record 3 episodes a day from now, unless I record them really fucking late. Oh, oops, I forgot to read that. That's Joe Darky, alright. But, in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that fucking mean? It means there's a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon. That's a chance, but you know, once you have stabbed someone, you can kind of fucking twist the knife around, fucking move it around inside them, and it just kind of fucks up the wound. But I don't know, I imagine autopsy people are very fucking careful about their job. However, in the report that was finally submitted, the possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? Also, I forgot who it is. I think it's when you have Ichiban dressed as cowboy. Well, he just straight up looks like John Marston, and it's like, I don't know if it's just because they're both fucking cowboys or something, but I don't know, the outfit is eerily similar. And that's class. You know, the cowboy class is also not... Actually, no, it has a lot more going for it than the breaker, for example. Breaker just has a bunch of hits, just a bunch of attacks that do the same thing, pretty much. While the cowboy has like 2 different gun attacks, a knife attack, a grapple attack with a lasso, like different elemental attacks too, but those are really expensive with the MP. That's so fucking cool about Yakuza 8, there's skill inheritance, meaning that you can, for example, have a class of a cowboy, you can have cowboy as your main class, and then you can go into skill inheritance and put a bunch of samurai skills there. Meaning you can, for example, be a cowboy but attack enemies with a katana and shit. Right? That's fucking brilliant, isn't it? That case left behind scars on all of us. I end up usually using the cheapest moves, just so I can use them as often, because I feel like in this game, way more than the last game, a lot of the moves you perform are way more expensive with the MP. Which I guess is meant to make you just, like, in Yakuza 7, after after gaining a little bit of MP, you pretty much end up only using your special skills. You never attack enemies with normal attacks because they're always, well, just not gonna deal as much damage unless you're sure you're gonna finish them off with a simple attack. But in this game there's so much more. There's like back attacks, so if an enemy's turned their back to you, you deal more damage. You can do attacks with other people, you can knock enemies back into other allies or walls or into other enemies. You can pick up so much fucking shit off the ground and throw it at enemies. Sometimes I actually, before I begin a fight, I look around what objects are lying around me. Because there's just randomly might be grenades on the ground and I can just throw them at enemies and make them fucking blow up. Scars that the SL9 incident left behind. But you know what, if I make a Let's Play of Yakuza 8, that might be like a fucking insanely long Let's Play. It might be on par with like my Skyrim Let's Play, where it was 177 episodes long. I got the looks, but he got the brains. Sure about that? He was one of the best prosecutors around. I'm not saying you got the brains, I'm just saying you ain't got the looks either. Just had made detectives. I have just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the... I wonder what was Edgeworth's relationship with Miles. Did they like each other? Were they rivals? Was he upset that he received the reward for being the best prosecutor and Edgeworth didn't? Was Edgeworth still in training? I mean, he took over after Niels died, so I imagine he wasn't all that fucking yellow belly. I know it. What are you looking at me like that for? It's an honor for a prosecutor. I was gonna say prospector. Mr. Marshall must have really been closer to brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. The tragedy, as we call it. Interesting. Can I borrow your hat? It was drizzling that morning and the nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. Trying to steal the evidence so that the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. You know what, I have some thumbnails as backup thumbnails, but they're all from flashbacks that are in black and white, and they don't look really good. And man, why the fuck do these flashbacks have to be in black and white? There's something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all know that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Gant. Oh, Goodman, I guess. Wait, actually, why wasn't Goodman fired just like everyone else? That's a bit strange. Miss Starr was fired and now is demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If it did something to him too, the commissions would get suspicious. Well, is that why he didn't get anything? I would like to know more about Goodman. A lot of these characters who died I would actually like to learn more about. Especially Goodman, he just seems like an interesting character. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. The Illuminati. What are you talking about? There's a lot of talking I saw online, which is fucking annoying actually, about that stupid Wonka experience. Because there's a movie that came out and apparently some company named the House of Illuminati organized some kind of a live attraction called the Wonka Experience. And it was like a completely pathetic fucking attempt at recreating the Wonka chocolate factory with a bunch of shit that wasn't even from the Willy Wonka chocolate factory. And apparently all the actors paid to play all these fucking characters, well, they weren't fucking paid apparently. And it was just a miserable fucking experience, and it made me feel like It's either a scam or it's another one of those things where someone's gonna speculate how this ties into some kind of a fucking grand conspiracy. Because of that stupid House of Illuminati that was apparently behind it. What the fuck does that name mean? Are they some kind of a fucking joke company? Was this just a scam? I imagine it might have been a scam. But if it was a scam, was it like funded from some public source? I don't know. Oh, maybe they were paid by the movie studio to have some kind of promotional thing going on. But it wasn't like officially like a movie tie-in, it just happened to happen at the same time as the movie was coming out. I haven't seen the movie, I don't really care. It's a fucking Willy Wonka backstory. Do you think I care about the fucking Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory this fucking much? To watch the backstory of Willy Wonka? I don't fucking care. I mean, Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Investigation-led lead, Damon Gant. He's a fucking Satan. His second in command, his bitch-ass bitch Lana Skye. Look at these fucking two. There isn't a person on the force who didn't know that these two are fucking. You know, that case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yup. Damon Gant and the chief of police. The new chief of police arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. One could say she became a fucking bitch after that. Everyone who knew her said so. Just like me. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective. She wasn't such a bitch. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. The police? Tell me what happened to my sister. Fuck if I know. Never found out. Lana's secret? This all started 2 years ago. They were fucking so hard in their office. Every single day of work that she got pregnant, she had to get rid of the baby. That's this big secret. She doesn't want anyone to know. Even though they could all fucking hear, and they had to get the desk replaced every week. There were signs, everybody knew it. But the baby that was this fucking breaking point. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. One thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He's my new lover. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. Someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. He's the fucking killer, isn't he? He's the main villain of this game. Though I have a feeling it has nothing to do with the previous murders, just this one. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Just down and fucking whatever he's drinking, moonshine. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, muchachos. That's the last we've seen of Jake? Is he just gone? Gone like the wind? Like the dead bushes of the dusty trails? What do these two have something funny to say? Look, the patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. It's like coughed aloud, right? Don't you know what he says? What are you, a moron? I'm an undercover agent. No, man, I hate it when that happens. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was just listening to how his friend messed up. You're like a good pair. How are you meant to fucking... You're way too good of a cover, man. That's not how you enter doors in this game, I forgot. Alright, I'm out of here. Criminal affairs. You know what, before, when in the previous case with Edgeworth on the lake, we could go to this place as well, but we didn't have to go to the screen outside of the station. We just went immediately into the station. Though I guess in this case, a lot of stuff happened outside of the station too. Oh, Jesus. I just hope Mike Meekins doesn't lose his job. This place is always pretty empty, but today's deserted. The same two fucking people that always are here. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. If you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. The chief of detectives kind of looks like that one scientist from Half-Life. Thanks. Well, he actually talked to us. Are you saying he's not just a static image in the background? He's a real character? I feel like he should be. We had enough conversations with the chief of detectives where he shouldn't just be some static fucking drawing in the background. He should be like a full-fledged character. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth and to mention a statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I just realized when you enter a place in this game and there's a character you can talk to, there's never two characters in the same place. Because I guess the game just cannot fucking handle that. Or it wouldn't really work well. I hope in the sequel, or in some future game, maybe you go to a place and there's just like a bunch of people to talk to and they talk between each other too. You can kind of listen in onto conversations and shit. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. Who the fuck celebrates Thanksgiving? I think festive is the word you should use for those. Some stupid ass bullshit. Like to have a look around Chief Kane's office. Just use the connection hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Do whatever the fuck you want. Who am I to stop you? Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right, you can go in there, it's off limits. I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, he looks up to his boss, I guess. What are you waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. I really want to find a new job, but man, being fucking some dumbass idiot who never fucking passed college, I'm such a fucking mess, a wreck, and a piece of garbage. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling some bullshit to himself. That's it. The villain used the time machine. Very clever indeed. That would explain the alibi. The future might not be so far away after all. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. What is he writing? Sequel to Back to the Future? You know, that's one franchise that wasn't actually ever fucked up with some shitty needless remake or a reboot or a out of nowhere sequel with all the actors coming back but now they're old. That's a gimmick. Kinda like a lot of movies. The only good one was Dumb and Dumber, because they kind of played it off as a joke about how much time has passed. But the other movies that do that, where they kind of bring back some old series that haven't really had a sequel in a long time, like Halloween, it's kind of like, oh man, we all been living through the events that happened in that fucking stupid original movie, and we couldn't just let go of the past this entire fucking time. It's been 40 or so years, and we're still living through it like it's every fucking day. It's like, really? You couldn't fucking move on? For 40 fucking years? Must be the chief of detectives. He's staring at the thing. What? Dark keys may have been fabricated. That's what I thought all along. I just never bothered to tell anyone. Now that's the guy who cares about his work. Actually, he's got an attitude similar to mine at work. True Badger. Oh fuck, episode's too long. Anyway, see you fellas in the next episode. Bye.